What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we back again for another episode of Life After Lockup. Um, I know somebody gonna say, Ashley, what was it yesterday? Girl, let me tell you something. I had literally, okay, because I like to keep y'all in the know just so that y'all can know, like, girl, I don't be trying to be late on purpose because y'all know I can't stand that. But I had got a green screen. When I came home, my stuff had finally came in and I had to figure out how to set it all up. And configuring it, because usually when I record on my phone these days or whatever, and I just upload from my phone. So I was back on the computer and I'm trying to figure out all the stuff. Girl, I could have asked for help, but I said, no, girlfriend, I want to do it myself. And eventually I did. So therefore it was a little bit late at night. And I just said, girl, I'm tired. I'm not going to try to do this video and give y'all a lackluster review. So there's that. But, and I know the green skin ain't up today, because I just didn't feel like putting it up. Because look, it is natural lighting and I just love it. But anyway, moving on from that, let's just get up into the episode. Okay, we are back for a whole, I ain't even gonna say a brand new season. I mean, we got more people, okay, different couples. We seen a couple of couples already before, prior to this past season, and now we got a couple of couples from the other season. um So this is Life After Lockup season 5, episode 41. Girl, all I know is when season 6 get here, it better be season 6. Cause I seen the little thing that got, the new people that's coming. Okay. I seen the little promo. And also, bitch, I didn't even realize that for those that watch, Real Housewives of Potomac is coming tomorrow. Girl, what? Oh, I gotta put that on record. Anyway, I didn't know. I haven't seen a preview of what the season gonna be like or anything. And if I did, I don't even remember. But that's neither here nor there. Let's just get into it. So in this episode, we got Bianca and Daniel. We have um Key Rock and Britney. We got Justine and Michael. We also have Kimberly and Joey. And then we have Teeny and Rob. And I think we have one more person, but if we do, I figured out Troy and Zarah. Okay, let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. And hopefully this video ain't too long because we literally just got an introduction. It didn't get too deep into everything, right? But here is the thing. Bianca and Daniel can go. Bianca and Danielle can go, okay? And listen, it ain't even Daniel's issue. It's not his fault. I have no problem with him so far. He is the only mature adult up in that situation, okay? Because that man literally just got out of jail after doing a 6 or 7 year bid, and he came home to a child. That's just what it is, okay? That girl is so immature. I just don't understand it, and all that she was really thinking about is whether or not he was gonna be able to perform sexually for her. That's just it. We find out that, oh yeah, I sent him a couple of nudes before, and he could send me a nudie pic, but he sent me a picture of his dingling that he drew. That sound like that girl that was living in the trailer who got some money also from a lawsuit or whatever, and she was about to get married to that dude that was up in the jail on love during lockup. And thank goodness they didn't get married and they are no longer together, because I said, ma'am, he is about to use you for everything that you got, okay? And he used to draw his penis too. And that's basically what we got from that. You know, he gets into the home and he was telling us about how the last time that he did have sexual activities, he basically was putting it out there like, nobody really wanted to deal with him like that. We saw his older pictures, well, his pictures when he was younger. And I said, Daniel, you look like a young little Butch. Okay. I said, is this Daniel? You was giving gender non-conformity. I don't know. I said, well, you know how the white butches or the white masculine lesbians sometimes they be dressed, and I be like, but it was given very much 2020, not 2020, but 2005. It was given 2005, 2010. That's what it was given. And I was like, all right, Dan, you look very young or whatever, but that was fine. I guess it was cool for the time. And he was just talking about what he went through and how his addiction or whatever, just basically nobody really wanted to deal with him. So he was looking forward to being with Bianca because Bianca was there for him and all of this stuff, the same, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, Daniel, you don't find it weird that, and you said it yourself, the way that y'all came about is the fact that she got into an accident with somebody who was a drunk driver, and therefore she reached out to you, because you also dealt with being the drunk driver, and that's why partly you was in jail and all that stuff. And so it's like, what's going on with that? You know what I'm saying? You don't find that that's weird that y'all coming together on trauma bonding and stuff like that? That's how this relationship, I already know that it's not on solid footing. The foundation already had cracks when y'all first started talking. Okay, y'all could have started talking as friends. It didn't need to go no further than that. But still, even being friends on a trauma situation, that's not a good look either. And so, and don't even put up in there the age and the maturity or whatever. There's that. You would have think that, because he been so drugged out and alcoholed out, he probably would be the less mature person, but absolutely not. She more worried about whether or not they finna do it. Is he gonna last and all this or whatever? He get that to her house, girl. He came in. I couldn't tell if it was because it was shot that he is finally out of prison and he is actually going to be living in an actual apartment or something that has space. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't got to be clocked on this, clocked on that. And he was just looking around, or did he just not like it and he expected more? It was giving one of the two. One of the two, okay? Because he was like, well, I mean, at least it's not prison what I've been in. I was like, what? I mean, it was a simple apartment, and besides that ugly couch, the couch looked so worn down, and I could tell that that was the furniture that she had already. The apartment came furnished or whatever. It's given very much Airbnb. That's what it's given. But I would never get an apartment that already has, or a home that already has furniture in it, unless that furniture is spanking new. Okay. I don't know who been sitting on this. I don't know what they got. I don't want none of that. Okay. Give me the brand new stuff. I'm just that type of girl. But so they get to talking and all that stuff, and they get to kiss, and then eventually they go do what they had to do. Now, baby, the next day, Bianca is like, yeah, so we had sex. There you like, I mean, it was so good. Like, our bodies, we just melted into each other. And then we're cuddling and holding each other. It was awesome. It was great. Bianca was like, cause she was worried. It's been 5 years or so since he had sex. I just don't want it to be two pumps and it's over because I ain't gonna be able to finish if you finish first. Okay. I said, girl, I understand that. I understand that, but you gotta let him get that first one out and then let him rest up a little bit and he'll be good to go for the second one. Okay. Just you gotta have a little bit of, patience, okay? And a little bit of understanding. It's been a long time. All right. And she said, girl, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It's like he just wanted to put it in there. I said, yeah, he just wanted to dive in right quick. He couldn't wait. Okay, it's been a long time since he felt something warm that was actually supposed, that wasn't inside his hand, that wasn't inside a sock, that wasn't inside a water balloon or whatever it was that because I was looking at something. I don't know what it was. I cannot remember. But I was looking at something and they were showing how they make fleshlights or, you know, artificial vaginas or whatever, fake vaginas and all that stuff. So that they can, do it themselves up in I said, what? Y'all get so inventive. Y'all get so creative when y'all get locked up. I said, all right. It was looking like booties. It was looking like vaginas. I said, oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. But Bianca said, yeah, it wasn't all that. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't all that. He gonna have to show and improve. I said, girl, calm the hell down. And then he fixed breakfast for her. He fixed breakfast for her. Now, see, everything was going fine. And see, I can give her a little leeway on some things, but at this point in time, I just had to say, girlfriend, you're doing a little bit too much, all right? And this is where that age shit comes into, the immaturity comes in, and y'all can tell me how y'all felt. Whose side was y'all on? Was you on Bianca's side or was you on Daniel's side? Baby, she brings up at one point about the fact that she was like, oh, he got to talk to his parole or whatever, and hopefully they can still let him parole here at the house. Because she was like, he said, well, if they don't, I'm gonna have to go to the halfway house. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be, she said, I spent all this money, like $8,000 or so, just to come down here, whatever, to be with you, and that'd be so messed up. And he was like, I know, I know, I know. He didn't say nothing about her mentioning the money at that point, right? But it was when he made breakfast for her. And then they sitting down there eating, and she wanted some coffee. She said, baby, could you give me some coffee? Is the coffee ready? He said, yes, right over there. You gonna give it to me? He said, you can get up and go get it. She said, well, I mean, you fixed the breakfast, so how come you can't get up and go give it to me? I said, excuse me. Now, on the one hand, I get it, have a little chivalry and all that stuff, but it was just the way that she kind of expected it to happen and kind of like demanded it after that, and then got in her feelings, and then at the same time, once it's not going the way that she wanted to go, she throws up there with all the stuff that I've done for you, all the money that I spent on you, all of this. And he said, don't do that. Don't you ever do that again. I said, oh, mind you, earlier she was talking about how Daniel was skinny. I mean, he got a little muscle on him or whatever, but he's skinnier than I thought he would be. I said, what you want him to be fed? Like, what was it? You want him to be thickums or you want him to be cool? I said, then you look fine to me. He looked perfectly fine to me. His body type and everything, okay? And he looked good enough for you. But I mean, I guess everybody got their preference. But hey, either way. So she gets in her feelings and she bringing up all the stuff that she did for him. And he said, don't you do that. I was like, I appreciate everything that you do, but don't you do that. And that's the thing that I cannot stand. I cannot stand when I do something for somebody, when a person do something for me or whatever. And this is why I have a hard time, asking people for stuff and asking people for help and all this stuff or whatever, because I've had it where people be like, well, don't you remember when I did this for you? And they'll throw this up in your face or throw that up in your face. I don't need people to do that. I don't need people to do that. And I cannot stand when people do that, because it just feels like you're only doing it so that you can have that moment to be like, well, I did this for you. Don't you remember? As a aha, as a I got, you was out on your luck. I did this for you. Girl, I ain't got time for that. You ain't have to do that just to brag and throw it up in my face. That's what she was doing. All because she couldn't have her way because he couldn't get a coffee for her. My thing of it is, she was like, I just don't know what's going on with him. Like, if this really gonna trigger you this bad that we having this argument, why are you so triggered? I said, excuse me, you the one that got triggered and got upset at first, because she was like, now I'm mad. And then that's what he was like, girl, what? And then she gonna say, why you triggered? I said, because you triggering him. Because you tripping off of something that don't need to be tripped off of. I said, girl, if you don't get the hell up out of here, Bianca and Daniel is not gonna last. They need to break this up. She needs to go ahead and get that deposit, at least half of that deposit back on that Airbnb, and take her ass back home. That's just all to it. Let's get to Justine and Michael. Justine and Miguel, girl, we ain't seen them in a minute. We ain't seen them in a minute. Miguel, you was over there eating good, okay? You probably got that happy weight on. I said, you know what? I love it when I see a couple, regardless of how I may feel about them. I love it when I see a couple and you can tell that they love each other or whatever. And I really do feel like Justine and Michael like each other and they love each other. Because then they get so comfortable and you see the happy weight come on and the love weight come on. I'd be like, wow, Justine still look the same, right? And I was just like, maybe because of the fact that she had on a sweatsuit, baby. I didn't know what was going on. They in the car and all this stuff, baby. They are finally to move to Las Vegas. He got the kids out there, all of them. I said, all right, Michael, because you was tired of me. You was tired of me talking about you and how you want to play daddy over here to these kids and where your other kids at and all this stuff. Put them all in the same house. You said, I'm tired of this bitch. So therefore, let me get y'all all up into the house. I said, all right, cool. Prove me wrong. And you kind of did a little bit unless they staying there just for the summer. Either way, they are there, right? And they the last time we saw them, they had the baby. This time that we see him, he said they got the house. It's a nice house with a pool and everything. And I said, what is the rent? What is the rent? Because it looked like they got multiple cars up in the garage and in the driver. Oh, in the driveway and all of that. And I'm just like, oh, what's going on? Who got the money? Like, I know Christine don't work, or I should say Justine don't work. Um, I ain't heard a new song from him in a minute. Not that I was checking. And then come to find out he worked at a warehouse or whatever. He like a manager or something at a warehouse. He get a little extra check. I said, you know what? Don't even be ashamed of it because that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? In this economy, you do what you got to do to take care of that whole goddamn nation of kids that you got. You have a whole country full of kids, bitch. All right, plus you and your wife. That is a lot. So you got to make do with what you got to make do, and you got to sometimes sacrifice, and that's what he did. I said, all right, y'all starting off okay with me for right now, because the last time I don't think we ended on the good footing. Okay, I think I felt some type of way. Y'all can refresh my memory. But anyway, so now we at the doctor's office. We at the hospital. I said, oh my God, what's going on? Justine was like, you know, babe, just listen to what she got to say. We got to go in here and see what's going on, all this stuff, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I was like, oh, what's happening? Because they got the little baby. She's so cute and everything. And I'm like, the baby got to be at least almost 1 year old, right? Girl, they go up in there. He got the camera on the phone. I said, what's happening? Girl, Justine is pregnant again. And I mean, belly bumping, everything. I said, oh my God, to the point where they doing the ultrasound and the baby is great, but they also can find out the gender. The baby is a boy. I said, excuse me. How did this? Well, we know how it happened. But why did it happen so quick? Why did it happen so quick? And so I just really wasn't expecting it. Because I think at one point Justine said that she didn't want to have any more kids or whatever, and then she wound up getting pregnant with the last one, not the one that she's currently pregnant with on the show. But I could be wrong or whatever. But either way, um, they pregnant again. And of course, because they're both 36 years old, and you know, when I guess they say like either 34 and up or 35 and up, they call when a woman get pregnant geriatric pregnancy. And this is where it's a lot of increase in, you know, things happening with the baby. Women can have multiple births, meaning like twins, triplets, and stuff like that, especially if they do IVF treatments and go that type of route. You can have any other, you know, Down syndrome, chromosome issues, and all this stuff, or whatever that could happen. And most of the times, it doesn't happen, and the baby comes out healthy. Like when my mama was pregnant with my sister, she wound up getting gestational diabetes because of it, and then her heart got enlarged and all this stuff. It was just a mess, okay? Because sometimes it is just not worth it. And I was on Justine's side when she said, "Girl, this gonna be the last one. This gonna be the last one because baby, we can't do this no more." But see, the issue with her is I believe she had at least 4 C-sections already, and they were saying that she can't have any more. This would be probably like the fifth one. Well, damn, how many kids she got? She got two little boys and a daughter, and then she got the two boys, two daughters. Okay, yeah, so this would be the fifth one. And you know, the doctor had to just lay it out. In this case, I appreciated the way that they was just telling them like straight up, this is a dangerous process. You know, you have to be prepared that something could happen because one, she's older, and two, her body has already been through this trauma of having a cesarean session more than one time. And you know, when you had those so many times, they do not want you to get pregnant again, especially when you know that your body cannot handle giving a vaginal birth. And that's what it was with Justine. I guess something was going on where her body could not handle giving a vaginal birth. And so, you know, you got that going on down there with the scar tissue and all of that stuff. It can cause, I guess, complications. I'm gonna have to look up on that. You know, for those that have had multiple sections, can y'all put some more information in the comments for the people? But yeah, and basically was like, you know, just giving them the facts of the things that could happen. Possibly, you know, you get the pros and the cons. Okay, there's a possibility that you could die, you know, and they need to get their will in check and put your instructions out there. If something happens to you, do you want me to save you or save the baby, or what's this and what's that? And Michael, baby, I was so surprised. Michael was just like, but I don't want that to happen to you, okay? I can't lose you. I was just like, Michael, y'all about to make me start liking y'all again, okay? Like for real this time. But I'm gonna hold off. Y'all okay for right now, but he was crying up in that waiting room because she said, "You don't want to see how I would be if I find out that my baby could not survive, but yet I did. So if it ever comes down to it, pick my baby. I said, oh my God, usually you hear, and I literally was hearing people, because this came up on social media one time. People was like, well, if it comes down to it and I'm pregnant, and it's a life or death situation between me and the baby, pick me, because I can always get pregnant again and have another baby. Okay. But that's just what it is. Pick me. All right. And for Justine to say, no, pick the baby. Girl, I don't know why it hit me, but I was just like, and he was just sitting there, oh, what to do this? I said, oh, y'all gonna make it. I feel like y'all gonna 8, 9 goddamn kids. It's about to be the 9th kid. Wow. What? Why? At least he's taking care of them. That's all I can say at this point. But that was cool. That was cool. Meanwhile, you get Britney and Key Rock, okay? Britney and Key Rock, I don't want to say they dumb. I feel like they are just a little bit too, what is it, ecstatic. They were just a little bit too, I don't know. I can't come up with the word, but I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna put it down there. They were jumping the gun on some things because they was extra excited because they felt like they were doing everything correctly, and they're still engaged. They look good together still. And now they were getting ready to move to Texas. I think they was going to Houston, right? And they're talking about the fact that the family is moving, his mother, his brother. She's looking into some, I think either wear some nails or some hair stuff, cosmetic stuff, school down there, whatever that she's going to as well. They got the place that they supposed to be moving into, and everything is going great, right? Everything is going great. Baby, they finna go get the oil change and tune up to the car so that they can drive it down there. Baby, he get a call, and it's the parole people from the prison saying, listen, see, it's an issue and it ain't good news. It ain't good information. I would have said, excuse me, what? He said basically, the state of Virginia said that you can go out there to Texas. Okay, you could be paroled out there to Texas. That's fine. But the state of Texas have yet to approve and to say that they will accept you into their state and to be a parolee over there. And so therefore, until that is figured out, you cannot go anywhere. Baby, do you know that I would have been so pissed? And on the one hand, I was with the person that was on the phone that was telling them the information, because Key Rockin' Brittany was like, what are you talking about? Like, we've been on our best behavior. We, following all the rules. Every time we do drug tests, they come out clean and all this stuff. And they be surprised drug tests, I believe, too. They come out clean. We've been up and up on everything, whatever. So why is it that this is not accepted? And why wouldn't we expect that it will be accepted? And the dude on the other side, the person on the other side was like, I don't understand why you would think that it would be accepted automatically. And I said, that is true. That is true. But I get where they're coming from. But also, now they put themselves in jeopardy because they can't go back to the home that they were in because they've already moved out of it. And now the place, I guess, where they at now, they don't know where they're going to stay at. And I guess when they told the person on the other line, they said, well, we got some, stuff that's connected to the jail or whatever, that a hotel room that y'all can get. I said, what? I said, what? But then on the other hand, I was just like, knowing how I am, I'm not the type of person that's going to spontaneously get up and go do something. I have to have it planned out. And when I say planned out, everything has to be confirmed, because I don't want to go somewhere and do something and look stupid and be stranded. And that's exactly what happened to Britney and Key Rock. They're young, okay? That's all I can say. They're young. But at the same time, it was kind of, what's a little bit less harsh than dumb to expect that this was going to go through automatically and everything was going to be on the up and up, and they just jumped the gun before they got the final approval. That's just what it was. They were excited, okay? I really hope that they do get approved, okay, for the most part, but they feel like it's going to be like 30 days or whatever. I said, damn, that is messed up. But hey, shit happens. Moving on from that, Kim and Joey. Joey got them hips, baby. Let me tell you something. Every time we see Joey full body, girl, I ain't want to talk, but Joey got them hips, baby. I be like, oh, he got them baby making hips for real. I said, how are you like that? Like he when you look at his top, he don't look like he would be like a little wide at the girl. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It fits him. Actually, I just be so confused. I be like, what? Girl, that little situation, Joey still ain't got no job. He's still playing Mr. Mom while Kim is out there doing her job and all that stuff, whatever. She trying to get a house and how we gonna pay for this? The house gonna probably be like 1,500 a month. I said 1,500 a month. 1,500 a month. I wish I was. Where are y'all staying at? I gotta get where they location at because maybe I need to move down there. 1,500 a month for a house with a couple of bedrooms too. Girl, what? That's a nice deal. Now how the house look? And what's the neighborhood looking like? That's what I need to know. But anyway, so she got to sell off some things or whatever, which is fine and practical. Okay. Um, and the whole thing with Joey and Kim at this point, girl, she's still tracking him. She was talking to his mama. And of course, the mom is on her side and all that stuff, making sure you guys got to make sure he in line and all this and woo, woo, woo. Again, I'm never tracking nobody. If I got to do that, baby, we don't need to be together. Meanwhile, Joey didn't went and got a paternity test because he think her oldest son could be his. She said when she was with her ex-husband, she found out the ex-husband was cheating on her. And then once she found out, she had a lapse in judgment because she was pissed off. She went and had a little situation going on for about a month or whatever with Joey. Okay, this was in 2018. And so, it's a possibility that her older son is Joey's. So Joey even was like, the boy kind of looked like me. And, you could tell that he's really affectionate with the boy, like they got a bond. And so, they did the little paternity test and all that stuff or whatever. And that's their storyline for right now. Moving on from that, who else is on this episode? I said Bianca and Daniel. We did Britney and Rock. We did Joey and Kimberly. We did Justine and them. Baby Teeny and Rob. I honestly want to know y'all opinion. Okay. Who was wrong? Was it Teeny or was it Rob's mama? I felt bad for Rob. I really did. Rob ended up in jail, even though he gives me a little bit of control tease, a lot of it with all them damn cameras and stuff that he had. I ain't never heard nobody being able to put cameras in a person's house and still watch them while you was up in prison, but that's what he was able to do. And I mean, on the one hand, that's kind of cool, but on the other hand, it's like, don't be telling me what I need to be doing while you locked up, okay? That's a little bit too invasive. Big Brother is watching, I don't need all that, okay? No. The only person I need watching me 24/7 is God. That's it, right? And so he's finally out. They was able to get him on his first plane. They went down to Florida, was on the beach and all of this stuff, whatever, and it's the same motel. The same motel this time with his family. She says that she's cool with the majority of his family. The only person that she truly really got an issue with is his mama, which we already knew and we saw with their storyline in the first Love After Lockup, right? Earlier this season. Okay. And I seen the clip before I actually seen the whole episode. It was on social media. Somebody was trying to talk about it and was like, do you think that she was wrong for what she did? Honestly, I don't feel like Teeny was wrong for what happened with that situation between her and the mama. Because first of all, they throwing him a welcome home party, right? And they invited all his people. Y'all up here talking about how, oh, you took this from me, you took him from me, and we don't get to spend time with a person and all this stuff. But then when you get invited to spend time with that person, you can't come or you don't want to come. So which one is it? And now I felt bad for him in that moment because they throwing this welcome home party to like a reunion of some sort. Nobody is there but Teeny, Rob, her friend eventually comes, her daughter, and her son. That's it. That's it. And then her mom shows up, teeny moms as well, right? And they get on the phone trying to call and see if his friend is coming. He not coming because he don't feel well or whatever, or he probably hung over from the night before. That's what it was sounding like. His sister not coming. She on the way taking her daughter or her child, because I can't remember if it was daughter or child. I think it was a child, to gymnastics class or something like that. But she's not going to be able to be there because she had allergic reaction the night before at work and her eyes are swollen up. So your eyes swollen up to the point where you can't show up for your brother, but you can go outside. She was like, in the sunlight, it's just going to affect it. So you can't sit out there inside and just show up and show your face a little bit and sit inside the building and not on the rooftop or whatever, or you can't just sit underneath the awning or something like that, or you can't put some sunglasses on. Either way, you still gonna be outside when you going and taking your kid to the gymnastics or wherever you was going. You still going outside. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have your eyes protected. I just felt bad for him because it was just like people making excuses saying, you know what, he home, we can see him whenever we want to see him, even though they had already known in advance that this was going to be happening, right? The invitations went out, and I get it as a parent. You know, your kids come first, but at the same time, you knew this. You knew this. You could have had somebody else take them. You know what I'm saying? Or you can say, yeah, I'm gonna take my kid to this, and then we'll be on our way. It wasn't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It was excuses, 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 and I felt bad because nobody showed up. Nobody showed up, but Teeny family, her mama, her friend, and then all of a sudden, here comes his mama. Let me just tell you this, Miss Mamas. It started off cool. She even gave Teeny a hug, and it felt like a genuine hug. Because when we last saw them, I believe they did at least squash a little bit of their issues. And if y'all don't remember, the reason why them two were not getting along is mainly because of Rob. And it's also because the mama is money hungry. The mama expected a certain amount of money to be given to her each and every time while he was in prison. And then Rob took it upon himself to basically either take the money back or to cut it down, take some of it, you know, away. And had Teeny to go take it from her or either to get it back from her or something like that. And so that put it up in the mama's mind that this is Teeny's doing, right? This is her doing, trying to take over, trying to control her son, trying to be messy with me and all this stuff. When in actuality, it was him that told her to do it, not Teeny, right? And she tried to tell her that. And it's like she really wasn't trying to hear it. She really wasn't trying to hear it. But eventually they got on a okay okay, footing, right? And so even when she came there, they was cool for the most part. You could tell she was a little anxious, and I'm talking about Teeny because she didn't really want to see the lady, but she wasn't gonna start nothing, right? They gave a hug to each other. She introduced her to her mom and all this, whatever. And next thing you know, it went from there, and it just escalated. Um, she brought up the ex. She brought up, well, when she ain't gonna be there for you, I'll be there for you. When everything goes to hell, I'm gonna be there for you. And then Tina was like, why would you make it seem like I wouldn't be there for him? And that's the thing. The mama is the cause of all of this. Now, Teeny, she said, you know what? Let me get up and I'm gonna go to the bathroom right quick, okay? And she said something else that ticked Teeny off, which is understandable. And Teeny turned around and said, what is your problem with me? Okay, and next thing you know, the mama gets up and she gets up in Teeny face, and then Teeny pushes her or whatever, and next thing you know, they finna start boxing. And I'm just sitting here like, this don't make no sense. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that it happened the way that it happened, because had his family been there, it would have been worse. It would have been worse, okay? And then it would have really, really, really caused a lot more division. Now, on the one hand, this is how I feel about it. It was brewing and it was bound to happen. I do not feel like you need to put your hands on a person's parent, okay? And I understand. I understand. What's this? Pick it up on the phone. Oh, they donated furniture. Anyway, I understand, you know, when people get into your personal space, and at that time, all bets are off. You can't tell me what I can and cannot do, okay? But me as a mature person, violence and putting my hands on somebody is gonna be the last thing that I'm gonna resort to. And if I feel that I need to resort to that, then obviously this shit been brewing, and I feel like ain't no other way. Okay. On the other hand, it's like that's somebody's mama. Don't put your hands on them. Okay. But that lady was in her space. Did Teeny need to touch her? Absolutely not. But am I upset that she did? Absolutely not. Because honestly, she should have touched that bitch when she brought the ex name up in the first time we saw them together. Okay, when they had that first meeting, and Teeny had to get up and walk away just to cool the fuck down because she was trying it real hard. The mama knew what she was doing. Okay, and at the same time, as I said before, this is all his fault because he told the lady to take the money back and had the mom thinking that it was Teeny. And then also, without clearing it up. So Teeny had to go clear it up. But at the same time, the mama is money hungry. The mama was money hungry. You can't tell me no different because that's the reason what it was. You thinking about money while your son is locked up and all of this stuff. Go get your ass a job or get another job or whatever. But then at the same time, you want to make it seem like, oh, she taking your son away from you and all this stuff. You went and got a whole new family once you got out of prison and all this. Well, he literally just sat there and told us and showed us, and y'all made an example as the reason why he feels some of the way that he feels because he said he was in prison for 17 goddamn years. And do you know how many times them people came up there and actually visited him while he was up in prison? Not me. Not me. So yeah, he was let down again, and he was let down the same way that he was let down while he was up in prison. Granted, I know he didn't expect him to come up there all the time, but then you couldn't come up there once in a while in the 17 years that I was there. And now you want to come when I get out, you want to feel some type of way? Absolutely not. That is his wife. That is his wife. You can also make the effort. You can make the effort that you wasn't making while he was in prison. Okay. And then coming there and going at his wife the way that you was doing, that just wasn't right. And Tina, you putting your hands on her, it wasn't right. But at the same time, I understood it. I don't condone it, but I understood it. You know what I'm saying? But girl, that's a whole mess. You saw how when the kids saw it and they had hurried up, they was looking like, what's going on? What's going on? And then the daughter finally went on ahead and got up. What? I said, oh, daughter, what are you about to do? Stay in the kid's place. But hell, if I see my mama fighting, baby, I'm finna get up and I'm finna start boxing too. I don't give a fuck who you are, okay? But that was a mess. In the first goddamn episode, that was a damn mess. All right. Then we got Troy and Zarah. Girl, Zarah got some braids in her hair. They look cute. I'm not even gonna hold you. They look cute. But I'm gonna tell you again. And I know this sounds probably a little vain, a little shallow, whatever. Zarah, please, 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 if anything that you do, I need you to go to a dermatologist, okay? Because you making me so concerned with the way that you're trying to hide your acne with the makeup that you're putting on. And again, I said this in another video. I think it's making it worse. I really do think it's making it worse. And I just want you to get some treatment for that. I know she was doing the little face mask or whatever, but I could tell that that wasn't prescription. But anyway, moving on from that, she did look cute though. I ain't gonna lie, you look decent. You look decent, girlfriend. I was so tired. I was so tired of seeing that goddamn waterfall bump of a goddamn ponytail and whatever swoop it was that she used to wear in the first when we first saw her. Girl, it was irritating me. I said it was so childish. Okay, but so her and Troy they still together. Good, okay, for the most part for now, you know. And come to find out, they got a little job together. They got this nonprofit organization that she put up, and it's for like teens and things of that such, dealing with mental health illnesses, issues, and having therapists come in, organizations, and to talk to the kids and to get out there in the community or whatever. I said, wait a minute, Z, I like this. Okay, we can't have too much. There's never, I don't want nobody to ever say, we talking too much about mental health. No, we need to talk about it all the goddamn time. Therapy is needed for everybody, okay? I don't care. It's needed. So, and especially in the Black community, I love this for them. But see, things started getting messed up as soon as he came up in there to the building because he was like, can't wait to see my staff. And I said, wait a minute, your staff? Okay, well, they're a partner. This is both of their business. And I said, oh, okay. They get up in there and we meet this older lady. Don't remember her name, but there was another lady there. Her name was Ashley, and she was a little bit confused. Like, okay. They asked him where he went to jail for. He told them. But then Ashley was a little concerned, like, do you see this? How was he gonna work? He must be real good to be coming up here doing all this or whatever. So we're gonna have to see what it is. They sitting down there and having a little meeting and all this stuff, and here comes the real. They're already talking about some, I haven't told him that it's something real important going on. And I don't know how he gonna feel about it. Girl, why she sitting there in the bed when they get home and gonna tell this man, first of all, this is his first day at work. And then you gonna tell me that night that basically you're broke. The company is broke. I said, what? Are you serious? She read him a message from, I guess, whoever she's supposed to be giving the rent to, that they 2 months behind on May and June's rent. Okay. And basically she ain't really had no money to pay the rent. She could only pay the therapist and everything. And then they like $7,000 in debt. Okay, for the business, right? And then also she ain't got no money coming in to pay the rent for where they stay at. What? What? Y'all saw how my nostrils just flared up? What? Girl, do you know shit like that would have pissed me off so bad? Again, I cannot be in situations like that. I cannot be in situations like that because one of my biggest fears, no, my biggest fear at this moment as an adult, when as soon as I became an adult, is not being financially capable. Not being financially capable, not being financially stable, having to move back in with my mom or go move with my sister. No, I don't play with money like that. Okay. And that's partly why I haven't even decided to open up a business or whatever, because I honestly don't want to be that much of that responsible for something like that. And then it affects my future directly, you know what I'm saying? And my financial stability or whatever. Absolutely no. Especially after me just paying off all this. Girl, I paid off my taxes. I paid off some credit card. I had 2 credit cards and I paid them off. So, I really don't owe nothing besides rent, phone bill, cable bill, you know, a student loan bill that I'm not about to pay on right about now. Girl, you could go to hell with that one. And that loan is the biggest one that I get. That's the biggest debt that I get. And at this point, I truly don't give a damn. But, my thing of it is, I don't play with shit like that. And then getting mad at him because he talking about, I'm about to go get this money. Like, Troy, what was you going? She gonna say something. Troy, where you going? Like you going outside with and all black and this black beater on and these black shorts with the pink do rag on with the ankle monitor. Anybody see you, they gonna be thinking that you a thug and that you out here about to do a crime or something. I said, way to stereotype your man. Wow. Way to stereotype your man. Oh, they gonna be looking at you like you committed a felony because look at your thing and all this stuff on your ankle. Girl, take your ass in the house because you obviously let him do what he got to do. Whether it put him back up in jail or not, because you honestly don't know what he about to do. You didn't do what you needed to do. Because why y'all in debt? And you ain't tell your man. He said, why the fuck you ain't tell me? I said, honestly, Troy, what the hell was you gonna do? You ain't got no job either. You finna turn back to the streets, you better not. He go sit down on the bench and he calling somebody up. I said, who the fuck are you calling up, Troy? Do not get your ass in trouble over this beach, okay? I'm just saying. Anyways, Zarah, you irk my nerves. You irk my nerves so much. Ever since you snapped off on that man and had that man walking 6 miles just to get out of his feelings before he put his hands on you, girl, you pissed me off so bad. You pissed me off so bad. But anyway, that's life after lockup, y'all. And if I missed a couple, who cares? We'll talk about it next week, okay? Y'all like my glasses. These the other ones that I had on, them was some Louis V's. These are some Ray Bans Meta, the new ones, the new Meta ones, okay? Um it's a camera on the inside. It's a camera. I can listen to music and everything, through one, and I can record my point of view. It's really cool. It's really cool, and I think I look cute. Anyway, let me get up off of here, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.